Good morning, everybody. Oh, yesterday was an inside day. Traded inside of yesterday's range, pretty much wherever we looked. So this morning, looks like we could get a little pop to the upside. Maybe it lasts a half hour, an hour. Um, I see this base that's going on, over the last, I don't know, whatever it is, hours or so. It's a little sloppy here on the five, but had a nice move up. Well, let's go back here to yesterday where, we had this, oh, there it goes. If you had your futures chart up, maybe it would just grab it. Um, yesterday we talked about the big move down and the big move up, the void, right? Void up. And, it made this attempt to go lower. And then here we are. It flips right back up again. And this is what we call a downside shakeout, which is defined by a quick move down, a quick move up, and sideways at resistance. And patterns suggest a similar result to what it was in the past. So this suggests this should be able to move up. And of course, we go, well, up to where? Well, you've got these pivots here. Could it go all the way back up there? I suppose it's likely, like volume, half a day. I don't think so, but we'll see. This line here was that just about a halfway part move in between this big bar there. So what we look for with that is, say at the end of the day, is the open and close still below that bar, which keeps intact our bias as far as this big move down suggesting a move lower. Um, Now, if it closes up at the 20, we say, okay, we don't need to get some kind of protractor out or measurement tool to say, hey, that's a pretty impressive retracement and close into that bar. It still doesn't take away the fact that this kind of volatility is, extreme. But from there, we would start to say, okay, we've now got some pretty defined, I don't want that, lines in the sand as to a trading range, which we do have based on that reversal. And we're in the middle of the trading range. So you see the 20 is rolled over, and we're looking at the futures here. Um, how far we get up in there is of some interest for this half day of trading and to see where that closes. But at this point, we've got a pivot. We got 2 days, whatever, next week. This should become a pivot unless it collapses. Who knows? We're in the middle of the trading range. We'll see how far we could get. We've got a base, as explained, this little shakeout, which suggests, hey, this can go up a little bit and grab a trade and end the day. So as I'm speaking, I see, the immediate rejection. That doesn't mean it's not going to go higher. It just means that, look, anybody that's been up since 4 o'clock in the morning and sitting with this thing like that is like, just thinking you've been sitting in something and it's basing sideways for a while and you see a pop. It's like, let me be done with this thing and move on, but let's see if this topping tail bar produces anything, or does it go sideways and it'll go up. So, bar by bar analysis. And so bar by bar analysis is something that I came up with as an idea for myself years ago as to how to control emotions in a trade. Meaning, what does that bar tell me versus, if I see a red bar, oh, right, the fear it's going to go against me and so on, or a topping tail bar just like this. And it's like, well, what's a topping tail bar in the context of a base and a downside shakeout and all that? And, the higher time frame still looks good. So, suck it up. You got one bar there as opposed to whatever. And so it's a very, very useful concept in combination with the other things that we talk about. All right. Now we look at the cues, broke out, topping tail bar, looks good. You got prices, Little price void there, can go up. Same analysis, wash, repeat. Russell futures are down on this major support. They couldn't get out of their way yesterday. They actually looked like they were going to go lower, but they didn't. Probably better. I don't know the way they look. Stay away. And the Dow underperforming. Same little downside shakeout sideways. You know what to do. Either ignore, if market goes down, maybe this is the one it'll go down toward this pivot. But if market holds up, the other two are probably better bets. Bitcoin broke its uptrend, closed under major support, the pivot low prior to a higher high. There's another pivot low there. So multiple pivot lows clustered together. It's not likely to break lower in any significant way, down several days in a row. All right, so bit of a mess over there to the left. Unlikely it's going to do much of anything of significance, meaning, it's not going to go up very far before it starts hitting this resistance area. Gold not doing anything much here, kind of dead in the water. Silver, similarly, sideways. You can set alerts if you're interested in gold or silver. Oil continues to hold up here. Unlikely it's going to do anything of significance. Just a big mess on the daily time frame, and even a bigger mess on the weekly time frame. And we'll continue to monitor this major support area as we get into the new year as to whether it should violate this or start working its way up. All right, so there's nothing going on there. And interest rates not doing much here. Not much going on. But, yesterday I said in the green room, I said, well, market is holding up here. It's just an inside day, but, interest rates are moving up again and it's ignoring it. I don't want to read too much into it, but this clearly had somewhat of a negative effect on many things. And we got interest rates moving up. And I don't know, is this another dividend messing up the chart? And this platform doesn't adjust for that. So I'll have to look elsewhere. But yeah, so this moved up, continues to move up. So interest rates moving up, dollar moving up. It's not a positive for the equity markets. And we got another, adjustment here. This dividend where there was one over here, you can see, which skewed the chart. Transports been crushed. I showed you yesterday, down 10, 11% in a short amount of time, wide range bar ending, which doesn't mean it's going to go up much. It just means the momentum to the downside is going to stall when you see a wide range bar. It's just basically, majority throw in the towel, and it's like, oh, I know it looked good here, and they're in hope mode, and it breaks here, and still hope, and then it's like, this displays there is no more hope. It's done, and then it begins to stabilize, and we'll see if it can begin to build a base. You can see this little W pattern here, so maybe some of those transportation stocks might lift up. There are plenty of them that are beaten down. Yeah, thank you, Alex. I know that this trading view has a continuous chart like that. I'll post it for those in the social media if they want to look. And you'll see that the dollar, while it's stalled in its momentum, they adjust this for the dividend, and which is very nice that they do that. And my e-signal doesn't. I don't know. You know, you don't see too many people use e-signal, but it's owned by the ICE exchange, and a lot of people must use it to keep it going all these years. I've been using it for, I don't know, about 20 years or so. Anyway, SMHs had a good day yesterday, but okay, it's a big deal. Look at this mess that it's in, but hey, it's a positive for now. Uh, we'll see. This consolidation is nothing to do, with this, because it's just such a mess trading sideways like that. And we'll look as we get into the new year, whether it holds or breaks below or breaks out above. The work doesn't stop. Now, technology, you can see gapping up a little bit, and this is getting deep into the wide range bar. So that's a positive. This is one of the few charts on the weekly time frame that there was no change last week. There were lots of changes last week. A lot of things deteriorated, as you probably know. But this is one that is coming back, and semis are helping, and we'll see how far it can close in here. But so many of these charts have gotten so volatile with that big down moving up that they don't lend themselves to swing trades. Not yet. Things have to calm down. Typically, good for short-term credit spreads. Mid caps got destroyed. Value got killed. 5V. So there was a lot of damage done, and things need to settle down, and probably, Christmas time, New Year's time, things tend to behave and go up a bit. So what's Alex saying? The biggest banks planning to sue the Federal Reserve. Oh, really? All of a sudden? Sounds more like liberal bullshit. Well, all the years they've been doing this stress test stuff. Now they're going to sue them. Whatever. Yeah, so currencies doing nothing here. Let's see if we get any action today. Let's take a look here. Regional banks doing nothing. Extended lower. Financials here, flat, doing nothing. Still in an uptrend. So we'll look at these as we get into the New Year holiday and into next week. Things that still look like, showing strength. That's a deep retracement, but on some minor support on the weekly time frame, might form a reversal, and look for banks that, have relative strength. So I think going into the end of the year, I think it's going to be a little more difficult finding quality stuff. And because I'm talking here, these markets are inching up from those basing patterns. If anybody grabbed that pre-market, good for you. You can see they're starting to inch higher. And the spiders, see what I've seen about that topping tail bar, and it's moving up, and this is going to get up toward yesterday's high before it stalls. Anyway, all the best. Happy holidays, and we'll be back on Thursday. All yours, Dan.
You aren't working tomorrow trading Bitcoin?
I don't think so. I'll find something to do.
Bitcoin never sleeps. Talking about that, I have been saying for 20 years, why don't S&P futures trade over the weekend 24/7? Like, why? It's a computer. It's just a computer. Let it trade. Right. Right. Globex, let it trade. Yeah, but they shut down over the weekend too and reopen at 6 p.m. on Sunday. Right, Globex computer. I don't have any earnings. Check gappers and interest list. But Alex, I just saw this little thing popping, VFS. It was on your watch list. And remember, I shorted the $4 puts. So I just put a bid out there for a penny. See if I get filled. Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't crazy about a directional because of this. This was a failed buy setup, but I liked it. I love it as a put spread. Remember, I got I think of 11 cents for it, so that gave me, if assigned, a cost basis of 389. There's still a lot of Climos out here. Look at SO here. I had a little alarm go off. I mean, this is not a quality Climo because it's more steady selling and it didn't escalate away from the 20. But regardless, I made a 6 bar turn here at 200. Would be a no-brainer put spread, but no juice. Ain't I had an alarm go off, but this is a nice 1, 2, 3 from a buy setup. I like that as a directional. EPD. I put in this middle chart right here. Now this one's a Climo. And then you got a 4 bar. And you got a 4 bar turn. And then you got a 1, 2, 3. So I like this one. It's just, it went sideways here. So in no way am I predicting that it's going to blast through that, but you got to buy setup on the weekly. And as I've been saying, these Climos, just, keep in mind, just trade them for a 1 to 3 day bounce. And that's perfect candidate. Tandem, 1, 2, 3 from a bottoming pattern. NUE, Climo, but it's not, there's no quality turn yet. It's just grinding lower. So that's an XLB. I like XLB over Friday's high. Because then notice how yesterday made a new low and didn't go anywhere. So it's slowly building a better reversal. Now look at housing. Now see, that one's a tad better because of the inside bar, and it's closer to Friday's high. Again, 1 to 3 day balance. I don't like this 200 right here, but that's a Climo. So I got my alarm. IYT is a Climo, but much messier. And that's all I got for alarms. Let's go ahead and let's see what I got here. Well, here I'll start up here with Starbucks. That's a Climo. And that's another, they're continuing to expand on the strike, but that is a Climo. You see how it's fluid bars down and it accelerated the distance to the 20. So all we need now is a turn, which we don't have. Sold is another steal. CNC breakout of a bottoming pattern. The entry would be over Friday's high. Let me make sure I have an alarm there, and I'll put it at 60.45 just to give me time to type it up. Max buy setup, gapping up. Alex, I mentioned Abgo also, but gap's too big now. Gapping up $8. But that gap from a nice 15-minute base. VFS we talked about. Duke, another Climo with a multiple bar turn at 200. All these would be no brainer put ideas, but there's just no juice. Southern D. I mean, that one's not a good directional, so I'm going to delete it. KMI 123. It looks like it can go up for a day or two. No juice. PSA put spread, but was too spready. GEV. Now it's a 123, but in this big trading range. But I like the downside shakeout here with this red bar being ignored. And I like the rising 50. That's a bull rectangle on the weekly. DXCM inside bar 123. I checked for a put spread. I like the weekly. This is last week was a continuation bar. Took out the lows and snapped back, closing green. Tandem, I mentioned GCOS. We entered a put spread yesterday. Oh no, I'm confusing it. We bought a half lot. Let me set up alarm here because we need to add a back half, but now it's a 1, 2, 3, both daily and weekly. IONQ. This is the one we did a put spread. Yeah, this one. Let me set alarm at 4380 because it's a possible directional. UAL, downside shakeout, breakout. Looks higher. Costco had a negative Barron's, but it's a buy setup, nothing to do. Place. Sammy Boy mentioned short. The net we talked about. CMC is a Climo. I got the alarm, but see, there's no quality turn yet. It was just a 1 bar turn, and this is a better turn. EPD, we already talked about it. PBA, multiple bar turn. We actually entered this one yesterday. Roku, I'm gonna watch just for a long-term trade. AME, if it shows relative weakness and cannot bounce, this looks like you could start with a day trade. It kind of has room, I think, all the way to the 200. UNH was a Climo. That would have been a great put spread, but the spreads are ridiculous. SSRM buy setup. It needs to get over Friday's high. ASC bottoming pattern. I posted as buying the $10 calls if it trades over yesterday's high. Also, another day trade type thing under Friday's low. AYI, same, but under yesterday's low. Big old topping pattern. Has room to the gap fill. So I like this one. I think this was yours, Sammy Boy. I'm going to put an alarm in the other computer. Also 300 spot 50. This either had actual earnings or pre-release. That's a bearish gap down to the prior lows. Yeah, JP Morgan, multiple bar turn here at the 50. I looked for that for a put spread along with a couple other banks, and there was nothing. a ring here, just watching it to see what it does at the 50, another kind of long-term hold watch. All right, those are our three that. And E closing breakout from this consolidation. Buy setup on the weekly. This is one of those, nuclear things. Will be a great put spread. Let's hold off. I posted it. Let's just hold off. Let's see maybe if we can take out a 30-minute high. I'll watch it. So, I've got a lot of overlapping bars there. Delete it. Hood. I posted as a put spread, a 1, 2, 3 after a gap reversal. And that looks like it's gapping over the entry. Good, or no, 38.50. So we're good. Let me set an alarm. All right, things coming in a little bit now, which is good. It means we don't have to be in a rush for a stupid, melt up today. Oh, XLE, Climo. I don't know why the spreads were like retarded wide on this thing, like, 0 by $3. That's not like him. So I don't know what's going on. Jatai, JTAI, something got this thing blasting. Look at this prior blast over here. Went up to 57. VFS. All right, I am done with my interest list. Let's take a look at things. Tesla, it's a buy setup, but following a Climo. So I'm watching this, hopefully for some type of M top. Netflix, we have a call spread with a break-even stop. Google, a nice gap reversal yesterday. I mean, on Friday. Meta is a very, very sloppy buy setup. But that could be zero DT puts. Well, no, mine, there's no zeros today on Fangs. It's only on the broader markets. So never mind. Amazon's a nice 15-minute chart with a gap reversal Friday. I like this. Let's watch for a put spread. All right, that looks great. Let me look right now, the 220s. We have less than a minute to go, but I am done. Amazon 220s. And this is even with their strikes. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you about the strikes from those Teamsters? AME, alarm, a low alarm. That's you, Sam, AME. All right, so this looks great. Amazon put spread watch. Let's just markets are coming in a little, so we can chill. AME. Yeah, no, it was an early alarm, nothing to do. It'd be a good 30-minute lower now. Hold. It's just down too many days for me. PBA. Yeah, ours triggered yesterday, so we're in PBA. ASC alarm went off. So this was buying long calls. SSRM alarm. All right, this, Greg, this is yours. We could have gapped over that tail. Let's do a 5-minute high. Because with market coming in, it shouldn't trigger. I just wish it had a bottoming tail. IWM coming in the hardest. Yeah, I get, you know what, Don? I put a contingent order out pre-market and I am not filled. So we might do stock instead. Um yeah, because yeah, that's crazy spread. So I will change that. Hold on. Yeah, let's just buy the stock right here. I'm gonna leave my call order out, Don, though. ASC. Wow, that was Amazon put spread just got cut in half. Dude, that was one of my favorites. Apple taking off on the 15. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, that's kind of like going for the home run because it's out of the money so far, but sure. It's so you got a month, so it shouldn't hurt you too bad. Corby alarm, but nothing. We bought this yesterday. Half lot, I think. 25.60. Duke up alarm. It could go to the 200. I mean, SSRM, let me set an alarm now. 7:17. Abco came in.
SSRM mentioned yesterday. Moved up a little down below the open now. It turns around here above the high of the day.
I already posted it, Greg.
I had stepped away for a minute, so I didn't know.
Yeah, and I told them by 5 minute high. I'm typing it right now.
The Russell gapped up and collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
Stocks, semis. Well, maybe they worth buying into the not the Russell. Semis coming into the gap, so same. S&P and Q still look fine. I'd like to get them into the gap fill, but might not get that since they gapped up here.
All right, EPAM, let's cancel.
Amazon,
Yeah, I was trying to do a put spread. It looks great. And I mentioned day trade too. Yeah.
Meta,
Um, yeah, Amazon day trade. Look at that beautiful 15. Yep, that looks great. Hey Don, I did get filled. I got filled on this AFS for 190. Not no, my bad. Filled orders. ASC. Yeah, that's when I got filled on. I got filled at the 195. Got that tab go bottom right. This EPD. Let's see if he'll pull in a little. IONQ alarm, but nothing to do. We sold a put spread. Q spiders new high. Yep, big old void there. Yep, that's a nice reversal yesterday. And it held right where it needed to. These are so close. Qs are stronger because they're closer to the 20. But I think spiders have a tad bigger void. At the 520 puts, I would sell. 7 cents is all. Nothing. All right, I'm gonna sell the 517s for Friday. Dude, keeps falling. I have great day trade here. Looks good. LUV up alarm. Here, let's do 588. Yeah, so some of them too. And D delta. So some of these utilities are starting to move, but that's an early alarm, obviously. Uh, Pending Adobe 123, still good to go. It triggers eat. Our trigger was over 136.15, so it has not triggered yet. And then ANET hasn't triggered yet. XLB, all right, those are all the pendings. We're short this at a little gap down. We're break even though. We shorted this yesterday, 21.91. So we're break even right now. We have two shorts and everything else long. Wow, this thing has turned out to be a stellar. That low alarm 170. Up alarm 220. LUV doing great. Can move stock break even. Did you hear about American Airlines shutting down their whole friggin' company because of a computer blew up? That's crazy how you're so dependent, how one system can shut your whole company down.
Sounds suspicious, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's happened a couple times with airlines, but yeah, it could be internal sabotage too, pissed off person. But the point I'm also getting at is like cyber war. You have our enemies shutting down our water and electrical plants and telecommunications, and it's not pretty. Delta. Yeah, a lot of these things make turns. United is similar but stronger again because closer to the 20.
2 minute bear sandwich on Qs and spiders.
Hey Sam, have you ever gone into your local deli and asked them if they have a bear sandwich? Bitcoin had a nice move from 8 a.m. But coin is not moving, hood's not moving, Mister's not moving, Wigmy not moving. Wow, that's strange. It's one of the first times the associated stocks. And it's almost a $3,000 move. Usually that gets those things perking. I got through all my alerts. This tandem I like as a bottoming pattern, just not sure the reward to risk. G costs up alarm. Snow. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I get better if it closes like this, and we can pound on it Thursday morning. But yeah, I'll set an alarm. Set it at this eyeball in there, 161.20. IWM either building a bigger base to go higher, or this goes this goes lower. And that's telling me that the broader markets are having a tank from also. Our tapestry is fine. Nothing to do. Slow mover. Look at the 15. And our PBA doing nothing, but it's fine. Netflix is actually building a little launching pad here too. They got 4 inside bars from that WRB. That's bullish price action. We have a call spread for Friday. Look at that Amazon rip, and I said day trade. They sucked the premium out. But that was my favorite FANG day trade. Tesla ripping here too, man. Tighten stop. That's pre-market high.
Mags was the easy choice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard you say that.
I mean, Amazon looked great. I mentioned it too, but Mags was like, okay, whatever one, if they go.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, should have done it earlier when we mentioned it, but yeah. Sam, that would be a great name for your parrot. Amzu. Yeah, but that goes giving it up. You got parties. Apple all-time highs from that 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Look at that 15-minute chart. Yeah, I heard CNBC talking about they're close to 4 trillion now. Yeah, Amazon and look great. CPD gapped over our entry. That's only a 1 to 3 day trade. AYI alarm. I hope it closes like this. I'll set a new alarm at 300. Axta I've been watching cannot make the turn. You know what would help in that is for it to fall a couple more days, then we get capitulation volume to show a washout. This is a DHI climb I've been watching. The hourly, this ain't bad for day trade. 5-15 hourly aren't bad. Again, there's no juice or footprint. But I'll look again, DHI. Next week, 135. $4 wide, 45 cents. Not bad. Yeah, but it's still up 3 bars. That AMZU is substantially better pattern to me on the daily. This 15-minute is bullish, not extended, slow and steady, but Apple is bullish as can be. Amazon was. Tesla for 15-minute charts. Yeah, I totally missed Apple closing like that at an all-time high. VIX about to make a new low here, no fear. AD line anemic. Capped up like to 100 and it's negative now. So it's another FANG party. Thanks doing nothing. Semis capped up. Transports, nothing. Housing, nothing. And let's set an alarm 106.50. I actually did have this EPD posted. And it's just hidden down a little bit. So I'm still doing nothing, which is fine. Adobe, Eat, CME. I'm gonna kill this thing and wait for a closing breakout, but I'll keep my alarm. Whenever you see multiple topping tails, then I don't like to go in unless it's a closing breakout. Hey, Alex, I got a question for you. Since we agreed that Sam's parrot is going to be called Amzu, which animal do you think he should name Bison? That's a nice, making a nice little turn here. Old bees on a fish, a piranha, maybe. Yeah, you like my song? Ah, we only did a half lot. Oh no, I said buy half over 322 through, which just triggered. Okay. So the back half just triggered over this bar. I'm gonna bid for it and see if I can get filled when I'm at the gym. I'm gonna bid 317. You can hear my Celine Dion. I mean Whitney Houston. Yeah, it's a perfect place to enter. Perfect. B zone. Actually, I better not retrace that far. So I'm gonna bid 319 actually. I think it's dead. I had posted yen put spread. Ah, my alarm. I posted yen in the weekend letter. I'll show you. So yen is doing better. So that triggered with the gap, but there's no way we're going to get filled. But let me go take a little look see. We can maybe go higher to 28. There's still no juice. Let's try next week now. 27, 25. Next week is 25 cents. Let's try to get 30, which would mean we want 5 cent improvement on a pullback. Yeah, I've been to Indonesia. Bali, that's where I've been. All right, I'll set my order out at 30. Tell you if I get hit. Sam, you're giving me bat 2-1 is giving me. He said a bat was nice. Wow. I don't know if he gave me that. He loves these little bottom fixtures. Yeah, Pterodine is total mess to me. Sam, these ones we've been talking about all morning are superior. Tango whiskey. It's more of a put spread to me. A nice put spread at 130. It's just too chaotic for me for directional reward to risk. And there's no weeklies. That's so ironic. You get some of these companies that their whole business is trading and they don't have weeklies. TradeWeb, NDAC. It's like, really? I know it's not a direct comparison. Look at Cisco. I just looked up at my charts. It was ripping. TMOS had a nice one. TMOS had a nice 1, 2, 3 for a day trade. KMI could be, slow mover, but it could go 1 to 3 days. Slow mover. Oh, 169. Hey, Greg, there was a nasty boat explosion last night at the marina I go to all the time. And they have it on video because the video from the boat dock people. And it was a big express cruiser and it just blew the whole top of the boat off. It was,
Inboard, right?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then, obviously caught on fire, got some other boats to catch on fire. 5 people injured, one missing, you know. But you can see the people standing in the boat and see this explosion. It's like, man, something you'd see on some sort of TV action movie. I mean, meaning it would be fake, but this was real. It's scary. Yeah, I covered some of my short puts there, and then well, my boat wasn't there, but it's right next to where I dock all the time. So very, very, you know, give you this. 69. I pay $1.30 at my condo a month. Well, yeah, I think it's 400 quarterly. I just did the math for you.
Why they charge you, Dan? Don't they own the boardwalk?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem right. They don't charge to park your car.
And a revenue generator. All 98% of condos do it.
Not here.
Yeah, but that's because you're a townhouse, right?
Yeah.
Or you're saying it's, but I thought you were assigned your own slip behind your house.
Yeah. I, I have my own slip and the lift and all that.
Right. So that's part of your fee simple. That's different. This
But
is
not everybody has one. Not everybody pays the same maintenance per square footage, whether you have boat or not. I guess if if the condo owns, well, you got a boardwalk there. It's not like, you know,
no, we don't have a board.
is there a marina license?
No, God, no. We don't have a boardwalk. We have a dock for two boats is all with six pilings. That's it.
Hmm.
All right, eat just triggered.
There's no, I'm answering Delta 20 in the chat over there, social media. There's no premium unless you want to go out 24 days, 1950. You have to go relatively tight. Looks like a better directional. OKLO.
Aqua, I was actually watching that.
It's a utility.
But it's also one of these utilities that's in the news of um, the nuclear power.
Hmm.
Here, this is, I posted official and then I said to hold off. This N, where are you? This NNE. I see. So this one I think is same sector. So I like this one better now for Thursday. Then we got a little 1, 2, 3. I'll set an alarm at 28. I mentioned it earlier as a sloppy buy setup. I think you kind of missed it, but you know, I think, well, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
oh,
Dan, what do you think of this idea? Delta, think of this. If you buy OKLO and sell a $24 call, which you could sell for like $1.20, you lower your cost. And if it goes up, you still make money.
absolutely. That's what we do. That's why I call them mildly bullish because you're improving your cost basis. Yeah, we can do that. But I'm gonna go 10 days out and sell the,
Well, that's what I said, 10 days.
yeah, but what strike did you say to sell? 24?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna sell at 26. Let it breathe more, just for a tad less. Well, read what I wrote. And did you forget what I said about it's a mildly bullish trade, which is why we're selling call options against it? So it doesn't have to move a lot to make money. But don't be shy. Show us your other ones that you think are better. Like I mentioned, this is same sector. I posted pre-market, but then said hold off. I mean, it is sloppy, but it's the same type of thing. I want some exposure in this sector. Look at the weekly. Look at this beautiful weekly. And Netflix stuff now. But let's see if we hit our break even first. 940. Yeah, that hit break even Netflix. Yeah, man, it's sure catching up right now. That's that's a bullish pattern now. I told you 4 bullish inside bars. Now you got some resistance over here, but the fact these 5 bars in bullish weekly are telling me it will grind through that. You know, the old concept of no follow through. That WRB is bullish. see. Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, my up alarm actually went off. Oh, no, it didn't. My alarm's at 12:15. My B zone alarm went off. My B zone alarm. It's giving me Neo. Another bottom fisher. SES. He loves these over the counter stocks. What about ELSA? We were looking at that a few weeks ago. You look at that move. We were looking at it right on the bar. IONQ up alarm. We got a put spread. We can move the stuff now. All right, let's see. 30. Now my ASC alarm. Hood. Yeah, hood. Hood went. Let's see what the juice bar is. No, midpoint only 15, so that's not good food. This could be, if it closes strong, could be a directional too. Get rid of Abgo. Hood there. NNE up alarm. I'm gonna wait on that one because of this junk over here. And again, I looked at puts. They've been pretty stingy. I'll look again, the 23s. 23s Friday, bid 0. Next week, 20 by 35. Oh, this is, I was hoping today wouldn't be a, what do you call it? Just a melt up, holiday melt up into the void, but that's exactly what we're getting so far. This morning, when it started pulling in from the gap, I said, good, we don't have to rush. That turned out to be wrong. Santa Claus strikes again. PBA up alarm. We entered yesterday. Love is slow and steady. Looks nice. Nice 15. Look at that. No reason to get out. Just slow and steady. Wow, VIX just popped here almost, 90 cents for some reason. Look at this. That's weird. That's weird. Explain that, Greg.
Everybody expects an increase in volatility.
I know, but that explains just the constant downturn and breakdown. That doesn't explain. Oh, wait, did you say somebody expects an increase?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get that. I didn't, yeah, I heard you wrong. Yeah, so that's correct answer. Somebody's expecting an increase in volatility, and that's why volatility index is going up, because somebody is paying up for protection right now. Microsoft's sloppy as can be buy setup, but today's a fine day, so they're all having a melt up. Look at Google 15-minute chart. These are just slow and steady,
It
strong.
was right back down again.
That is weird. That's actually a very big percentage move. A dollar by 16 in 3 minutes is huge. And then to be right back down in 30 seconds. That's weird. I'm not gonna even worry about it. Yeah, I like XLE better here. I check puts pre-market. Let me check again. The spreads were asinine. 83s for Friday. Only 8 cents. Okay, so the spreads are tighter, but there's no premiums. Bid 8 cents for next week. 82.50. 30 cents. That's not very rich. $2.50 wide, only 20 cents. I think we're better off, going hunting and buying some of these climbos. All right, Q's might have breakout failure there on the 5. 1038. This McKesson's still hanging in here. I got my alarm, 581. Santa still rising. 15, 5:15 hourly. They're just straight up into the void other than IWM. But put spread. EMC is a Climo that's having a hard time triggering. Adobe's still lagging. But it's fine if it triggers. It's 1, 2, 3. They're just chasing the mags today, it looks like. Oh, Banks had a nice move. Banks finally moved there. Look at military also. VFS is one of our, no, my bad, LTH. It's a short we did, but shorts are hard to do right now with broader market ballooning up. First, Where do you come up with that number from? That's room to go to 13. Who knows? 13, 1350. Who the heck knows where it's going to go? Yeah, this is just playing a bounce after something's gotten clobbered. I'd rather, these other ones we've been looking at were stronger. All right, all right, finally we got a wider 5-minute red bar. I mean, the bar is not done, but it's the widest red real body I've seen the entire morning. So if you're scalping, I'd be trimming in the strength here. I'm gonna leave a few minutes early right now. Because they're shutting my gym down at noon today. Takes me 15 minutes to get there, so I got a boogie. But I'll be back for the last hour. You got the con, Alex.
it's moved, Stefan. Probably isn't going to move much more. There's a lot of things like this that could move. Maybe on Thursday when we come back. Look at my charts. There's a lot of things that are down and basing for a few days. Got decent 65-minute charts. It's moved up. Let's see some of these things, how they hold on to their gain now. Already melted. These things that they were basing pre-market. That's what I saw. And when I was talking, they started to break out. So even though they gapped, if you look at them on 24-hour charts, it was just a continuous move. There's lots of stuff that hasn't moved yet. Look at the volume on this. Trades good volume. Sideways. It's got room to go up. We'll make a list of these this afternoon. There's 65. Sideways still. Another one of those beaten down things that could pop. There's an awful lot of them. So, take your pick. maybe SPYV. Doesn't look as 65's not sideways yet. That's what we want to see, something that went down, went up, and went sideways. It's got room to go up. This would need more time.